Hey guys, it's Alyssa Irene. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching today. So I know I've been a little MIA. I posted an update video. It was my last video that I posted. Duh, Alyssa. But I posted an update video just basically saying like why I've been a little MIA recently. I was like contemplating if I really wanted to make this video or not because I don't know. Sometimes for me personally, I don't think there's too much to share about my experiences, like how I'm feeling. I feel like nothing's a secret. So today's video is going to be, I'm hoping it's not emotional and I hope I don't cry because I honestly, I've shed enough tears and I'm done. I'm done crying for a long time. But if I do, I cry. I'm sorry. I have feelings too. But I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about some of my fears with my blindness and the future and things that just kind of I think about from time to time. And I honestly haven't thought about these things until recently, just thinking about like my life, because I feel like a lot of people have asked me where I see myself in like 5 to 10 years. And yeah, this stuff really has me thinking about that and makes me feel nervous and scared and all of the above. That's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today, are my fears about my blindness and how it's going to impact my future. And oh God. So I'm just going to go ahead and just going to get right into this. If you guys don't know, I have a boyfriend, a long-term boyfriend. I don't know if we're gonna like get married one day, but that's the goal. I mean, I haven't just been dating him for 6 years just to be like, we're gonna date for like 30 years. But I want to get married one day, and I mean, doesn't pretty much anyone? So I want to be married one day, and I know everyone's like, that dream of getting married is every girl's like fantasy. Like it's supposed to be so amazing and so surreal, and I can't wait. I literally can't wait for that. I don't want it to seem like my blindness is like sad or that it hinders me or that it makes my life more depressing. That's the only word I can find. But there are barriers and there are things that I think about that it's kind of just like, I wonder what that would be like if I could see. So one of the things that I fear the most about getting married is I don't want to have a first look. I want the reaction to be like raw and authentic for everyone to witness, because I'm gonna have sighted people at my wedding one day and I want them to experience that feeling with me. This is getting too long, but I am just scared and my eyes are watering. I am, you know, scared of when I walk down the aisle one day and I won't be able to see my husband's reaction or my family and friends and everyone who's there to witness it with me. That is something that, bless you. That is something that scares me and is something that's so small that I've never thought about until now. I know one day at my wedding, I want to have a videographer. I want the whole, you know, thing to be kind of like a cinematic little ordeal. I want to be able to show my kids and things like that and have it forever. Not only so I can see Joel's reaction through a video, but you know, everyone else as well, and just share that really special moment. But it does make me sad thinking about, you know, missing out on those body gestures and missing out on those facial expressions. So I'm scared. I'm really, really scared one day when I get married and I won't be able to see his reaction. It's something so corny and so little, but all I know is that when I'm standing at the altar, I want to make sure that my husband's crying, because come on, just like shed a couple tears for me. So along the lines of like marriage and things like that, I have always wanted to be a mom. I can't wait for the day that I am a mom. I've always wanted to be a mom. Even my mom will attest to this. I just said mom like 100 times. Yeah, even my mom knows that I've wanted to be a mom since since I was like a preteen. And I don't know, there's just something about like kids. I grew up with like, you know, a large family, kiddos around and things like that. So I've always wanted to be a mom. And I know that I will be an amazing mom one day. And I know there are people out there there are blind mothers out there, and there are visually impaired mothers, and there are sighted mothers, and there are, you know, are mothers that have disabilities, but that doesn't mean that they're not able to do what they need to do for their children. But I do feel scared that one day I won't be able to do like normal mom things. One thing that seems so small and so stupid is I want to be able to read stories to my kids. I want to be able to read them books. And yeah, you can't show a 5-year-old a book and read it at the same time if you're visually impaired. I can't remember the last time I actually picked up a book and read a book. a goal of mine before I have children, whenever that may be, is I want to learn grade 2 Braille. I know grade 1 Braille and I want to learn grade 2 Braille because I want to be able to get those books that are like blind accessible. It's like a book, and on one page there's like the actual page that your child could look at and read, and then on the other side there's actually Braille. So I can hold the book and read the book, you know, while showing my kid the pictures and stuff like that, so they're getting the full experience. But I want to be able to do that, and it's something so small, and it may seem kind of silly to some people, but that's something that I don't know, it's a goal of mine for sure, and I want to be able to read to my kids one day. So I've never traveled a lot in my 20 years of existence, and I want to travel more in the coming years because, I don't know, even though I can't see things fully like some people can, I don't know, I want to be able to see with what little vision I have left, you know? So if you guys didn't check out my eye doctor appointment update when I went to see my ophthalmologist, my eyes did get worse, and I noticed the change before, you know, I went into that appointment. It's really unlikely for someone with Stargardt's to go completely blind, but you can have a substantial amount of vision loss. So I want to be able to travel and see things, and I may not be able to see a skyline or point out buildings or anything like that, but I do get like scared and worried about not being able to see things. It's actually really sad now because like in the fall, the moon will look amazing and it'll be orange and it'll be huge, and yeah, I don't remember what it's like to look at the moon. I can barely see the moon. I don't know, I have a fear of going places and not being able to get the full experience based off of sight because of what sight I have left, and it seems kind of weird. So I gotta get that going. Like, I gotta go. I have to go and travel more so I can see the world through my point of view, and it scares me sometimes to, you know, I feel like my life revolves around description and stuff like that, so but it freaks me out sometimes, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to go travel, and other times I'm like, heck yeah, let's travel. But I know I want to travel and I want to go see and do things. This one, it seems kind of weird, but I don't know, I'm not really one to overthink crazy things. With the way the world is, I am like terrified. I feel like anything bad could happen at any moment, and that's kind of scary. One thing that I'm really scared of is I'm terrified of being put in a situation where if there was like a robber or someone who was breaking in, I would just be so terrified, especially if I was in a public place, because I couldn't really see what's going on and I wouldn't be able to see what's happening. Obviously, I would know if people are like running away, but at the same time, I like wouldn't know a thing. Does that make sense? I feel like I would be vulnerable and so screwed, and I'm sure it's so challenging for people who have more vision loss than me and are blind. I just get really scared not picking up on like those cues, you know what I mean? They're like safety cues. Obviously I can hear things and whatnot, but again, it's like the whole body gesture thing and not being able to see people's faces and really not having detail of the world. That scares me, especially when it comes in dangerous situations. So I'm terrified of that. I think partially that's like somewhat of the reason why I hate going out in public like alone. I don't know. I don't know, like I'll go into the store by myself if Joel doesn't want to go in or if my friend doesn't want to go in the store, but I truly get so scared of those kinds of situations, and it's terrible, but it's the truth. I know this video was like a little short, a little sweet for you guys, but oh my gosh, I wanted to share these things that have been on my mind for a while, and I don't know, maybe anyone else who's visually impaired feels the same way that I feel about some of these things. I could make a full video about being scared as a visually impaired mother, like why I would be scared to be a visually impaired mother. Like I'd probably lose my kid in the grocery store more often. I would probably, you know, think someone else's kid is my kid and be like, oh my gosh. There's probably so many things that I could say that I have fears with along the realm of children. So I just wanted to share these things with you guys. It's just, I didn't really get emotional in this video because, to be honest, I've had my tears about it. As a matter of fact, last week I was actually like bawling my eyes out because of these things. I just have to remember that it's part of my process in life. Like it's part of this kind of, you know, it's part of me. It's a modified Alyssa. Like this is what I have to deal with. So, but I know I'll do good one day, and I know that, you know, all my happy moments will be happy moments, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I just wanted to share my feelings about that because it was bothering me for a long time, and I feel like I really needed to talk about it and get that out of my system because I was bothered. And I know the world isn't always about how it looks or how you see things, especially for people who aren't sighted at all, but as someone who was completely sighted at one point and now suffers from blindness, I just, you know, it's a really hard transition. It's a really hard norm, you know? So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. I hope some of the things I said made sense. Be sure to subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel already. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.